So here's my veggie burger and rice. It's baked yam, which is the white yam, baked eggplant, and sauteed carrots, Chinese vegetables, yellow, orange, green pepper, and then what I do is I like to have little bites of hot pepper. This is habanero. This is, I believe it's called a Siska pepper, so it's kind of like a ghost pepper. And then a jalapeno pepper. I like to have a couple bites of that. And that is generally what I have for dinner because I'm vegetarian and I'm allergic to food. So here is fresh vegetables and potatoes from the garden at the farm, and greens, which I'm going to saute some of the turnip and radish greens, and then I'm going to make my turtle a salad. I'm going to put oil in a pan with potatoes and squash and onion and some carrots. Then going to bake the radishes and the turnips. The radishes are around 12 minutes and the turnips are around 45 minutes. And I'll put them in these pans with some olive oil and some salt, and at the very end I will add some garlic and pepper, and then soon I will show you as they're cooking. And this has been a lot of fun doing this. Fresh produce from the garden, which is fun. So here we are sauteing yellow squash, leeks, onions, some radish leaves, and turnip stalks and leaves. And then this will be added to a pot full of white potatoes. I won't add that when you eat it. You can put some of these on top of your potatoes. And then this is some squash, more greens, lots of greens. And in the pans, I added a little cumin, a little thyme, a little basil, a little turmeric, a dash of salt, a dash of pepper. Because I like lots of herbs, you can add whatever you like. I like them all, so I add them all with a little bit of olive oil and water. And what I like with the water is it makes a little bit of a gravy. And with the olive oil, it thickens up a little bit. And it's very good as a little sauteed juice. And also it won't stick to your pan. And here I am acting like I'm a cook and stuff, but I am vegetarian. I was vegetarian for 22 years. Now I took a hiatus for about 6 years. And then I really don't like not being vegetarian. And with all my food allergies, this is what I eat. I eat potatoes, some rice, veggies, salad, and I try to stay away from boxed goods, canned goods. I do eat frozen vegetables when I'm in a hurry. And I just stay healthier this way and happier. By the way, this is delicious. So we have your baked radishes. I have turnips in the oven. The radishes were baked for about 17 minutes. You can do between 12 and 20 minutes. And then we have sauteed leeks, onions, squash, yellow squash, and a green squash, pumpkin squash, and potatoes. And I added turmeric, cumin, garlic salt, pinch of salt, regular salt, little olive oil, a little pepper, a little cumin, thyme, and basil. But you can add whatever you like. It's really good, and it's very good for you. So if you try it, let me know and comment below. Or I can also actually put up a recipe, which I could put down below as well. Hello, and welcome to Callie's Recipe Corner. In between my videos, whatever those are, I may just throw in a little recipe for you. This is vegetarian, dairy-free veggie crisp. All it is 4 apples. I layer a layer of oatmeal, and I do a couple tablespoons of olive oil. I also spread olive oil on the bottom of the pan, and I add brown sugar. You can also add peaches, oranges, whatever fruits that you like to make it more of a fruit medley. But this is your base, and it doesn't have any butter in it. It doesn't have any other ingredients but this. It's nice and crispy, and I will show you the end result when it's done. I put it in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes, and just check to make sure it's as soft and tender as I want it. Welcome to Callie's Recipe Corner. Here is another little recipe. This is just a sauteed veggie platter with carrots, spinach, peppers, leeks, and some green onion. And I will be tossing it over some gluten-free noodles with a little garlic salt, and I like to add more seasonings such as basil, turmeric, cumin, thyme, garlic salt, and maybe a little seasoning salt, and a little pepper. Hi, welcome back to Callie's Recipe Corner. So these are turnips, and you're thinking, turnips? But they're really good as a soup. So I'm going to peel all this stuff off, cut the tops and the bottoms off, get all the brown spots off, and they're going to go into my slow cooker. Go in here, and then what I do is I put a box of some sort of base. You can also do coconut milk, hemp milk, almond milk, something to that effect to give it a little consistency. Although I'm putting potatoes. So I'm going to put some, and these are all from my friend Taylor's garden at the farm. And I'll put a whole bag of potatoes, some carrots, this soup base, a little cornstarch, and anything else I see that I can throw in there. Here we are back at my apple crisp. Very plain, simple apple crisp. It's not soft and gooey as your buttered apple crisp. It also has no flour in it. You can add a little flour, a little oil, and an egg, and mix it all up, and it'll make kind of a fluffier apple crisp. I have done that before, but I wanted a more plain one for this time. This is a recipe for people who have allergies or like to keep their food simple and to the point, which I have to do because I'm allergic to 85% of the earth. And this is what I generally like to have for dessert. Next time I will make a brownie mix that is kind of the same route with applesauce. It is delicious and it is yummy. And there goes my cats being crazy. Anyway, here we stop at Callie's Recipe Corner just to give you a little tidbit about gluten-free, dairy-free, vegetarian life. Thank you. Hello! Welcome back to my Recipe Corner. If you don't know, I'm Callie Sumter, and I do some farm vlogs, I do meditation vlogs, I like to videotape all this fun stuff that I do in my life. So here I have some squashes. They're straight from the garden. There's, I call it UFO squash. It's a flat little yellow squash. There's also some ghost peppery type peppers, carrots, tomatoes, and I have it in a little water and some olive oil, and then I put in any seasoning I like. I love garlic. I love thyme and oregano, so Italian seasoning, a little bit of seasoning salt, a little bit of peppers, black and white pepper, because I like both. I am very diverse. And then I'm going to make brown rice and some noodles. And this should cover me for the next week because I am going to have a very busy week. And you will be seeing more of things as they happen. So my diet consists of mainly natural foods. I cannot go to any fast food restaurants anymore because they cook with canola oils, vegetable oils, peanut oils, and I can't have any of those. I can mainly only have olive oil, hemp oil, grapeseed oil, which are expensive, and these fast food restaurants just will not cook with good oils. So I had to go off of steroid inhalers for my asthma because I am, I guess, allergic to steroids, and they cause a lot of problems with me. I started not being able to move my joints. I couldn't walk. I had a lot of pain. I got a lot of swelling. I gained a lot of weight. And I was just miserable in my life. And I'd rather just watch my allergies and my asthma and just eat really, really good foods instead of being on medication that makes me not like my life. And I like my life. I actually love my life. My life is fun. And then I also found some really cool things. I have coconut clusters, which I can have. They're all natural, dark chocolate. They're no soy, gluten-free, very good stuff. From this guy, I found granola that I can have, maple sea salt granola, gluten-free, non-GMO, whole grains, soy-free. Very, very good. And then on my veggies with my rice, I like to add some gluten-free, whole grain, rolled oats. And I just sprinkle those on top. And then of course I'll add some black beans if I want to my rice and my veggies. Here's my rice, just regular brown rice. I have some more gluten-free noodles. And then I'm going to my friend Taylor that we do videos together. I'm going to take this honkin' pumpkin squash thing, which I like. It looks really cool. But I'm going to take the casing off, get inside here, and bake it in the little oven. And then I have tomato, big old honkin' tomato from the garden. And I'll later cook a bunch of potatoes, and I have more squashes and cucumbers, pickled cucumbers. And then I love jalapeno peppers. I like them fresh. And if you take out the seeds, they're not as hot. I can eat a whole pepper for each dinner. And this has enough vitamin C to last you for days. And of course, I have some carrots for the horses, and I put carrots in my veggies. And then I always have apples for my horses and me for a snack. And then I took the rest of my squash. Squash is very big. This is that UFO squash. I'm going to take this squash and make another batch if I need it. And then I also like yams, but these are for my horse because she loves yams. And when I get my little plate together, I will show you just so you can see that most of this can last for the rest of the week. And this is what I cook for myself as a vegetarian diet. And till next time, or my next video, I'll just pop these in one of my videos for my Callie's Recipe Corner. Thank you very much. Goodbye. So here's my finished plate. I have gluten-free fettuccine noodles with squash, tomatoes, carrots, my fresh jalapeno peppers, and the peppers, the ghost pepper type pepper that's in there. And it is so good. I topped it with a little bit of garlic, a little bit of white and black pepper, and some seasoning salt, and it is so good. Let it sit for about 5 minutes because it's very hot. But I did take a bite, and it is so good. And then here is these noodles, and I have this sauce, and it has a bunch of seeds in it and stuff. I do like seeds, they're good for you. So I will keep this broth, which is just water and olive oil, and I like to put it either on top of my noodles a little bit or my rice. And I'll show you the rice concoction that I do when I have it finished. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this because it is so good and filling. And I will probably just eat this today, and then I'll probably have a snack later on. And yeah, and then I can have more tomorrow. Here it is the reason I had trouble breathing. I hadn't been drinking any kind of milks for a while. So I was doing fine. And then I really wanted some granola. I looked for actual granola in a box, and they all have some sort of soy or xanthium gum, or something that affect canola oil or something, and I can't have any of those. I cannot have canola oil or any of the oils except coconut oil, higher end oils like grapeseed oil, olive oil, and even then I have to make sure I look at the ingredients. And I am trying to teach myself to look at the ingredients on everything I put into my body, because this has soy in it. They put soy in everything because it is cheap, it's filling, and it's a thickener. So there's not a whole lot of people that are allergic to soy. And if you're allergic to soy, you have a problem because they put it in everything. I have found this at the store, the regular store, grocery store. And it does have gellan gum in it. Gellan gum is a additive, a thickener made from a bacteria, a natural bacteria. I'm not quite sure exactly what it is, but it is part of the xanthium gum, guar gum, and gums that they put in ingredients of products. So there's less than 1%. So I am trying this. This is the only one that I could see that I could have at the grocery store. I am going to go to Alfalfa's Natural Grocer, and I'm going to try Sprouts and see what they have, if they have any other of these milks that don't have anything in it except the milk itself and anything that I'm not allergic to. So I did try this. It takes 2 days for the effects to occur. I am taking precautions on if I have problems with this in the next 2 days. My precautions are herbal remedies, which I will go over in another video because I can't take steroids. And I'm going to bring this story out to my channel very, very soon, because It has been a big process for me, and actually a very scary process. But I take allergy tablets, and I have to take a few at a time. So I take 3 in the morning and 3 at night. I'll do that for the next couple days and see how I am in the next couple days. If I have trouble, then I know it's this, because it's the only thing that I have trouble with. This only has chocolate in it, only oats, only hip hearts, only coconut. I don't have trouble with gluten-free noodles. There's one kind of soup out of all the soups in the whole aisle. I can have this. That's it. It has no soy or wheat or dairy in it. I can have oat flour or coconut flour. I can have oat flour, any of the almond flours. I can have any of those. I do have to look on there and make sure it's only the flour itself. And of course, some canned veggies, corn and green beans, apples, bananas. I don't have trouble with bananas. I am allergic to avocado. And I also am taking a probiotic and honey with my tea. And sometimes I'll just take a little spoonful of honey. I am going to give this to my daughter. I am not eating these anymore. I have trouble with salt. So I'm going to go off any kind of chips, anything like that. It just affects me greatly, and I don't feel good. So I'm going to go on this diet where I have to make sure that I know exactly what's going in my body. And it has to be organic, gluten-free, soy-free, gum-free, dairy-free. I can't have red 40 coloring. Some preservatives I cannot have. I have to be careful with that. So everything out of the store that I went to, this is basically what I can eat, and not this. And that is it. I did buy a soda because I have not been feeling good. And it helps me a lot to feel better. Now, this is what I have to do. And what I'm bringing to you. Hello, welcome back to my juicing corner. I made a really nice juice today, so I thought I would put it on video for a recipe. I added a can of pineapple juice, carrot juice, ginger and turmeric, orange juice, applesauce, and I put it in a blender, and it makes it like a smoothie. So it's not a juicer, it does smoothies. And then here's what it looks like. It's very good, it's delicious. I already tried some because if it didn't turn out, I was not going to videotape it. But it's a really good smoothie. I like it. I looked up the recipe, and you don't have to add applesauce. You don't have to add pineapple. I mean, you can kind of add whatever you like, and it makes a really pretty color. So it's not your weird green color, although you could probably add some kale or spinach to it if you're into avid smoothies. Since I can't have any smoothies or juices anywhere, because they have to be pure. This is one that I found I could have that's actually good for something. And always make sure you get fruit. If you buy them in the can, make sure it's in juice and not syrup. And yeah, that's about it. Go out and make a smoothie. Good for you. Till next time. See you later. Hello. Welcome to Callie's Crazy Kitchen. I am making roasted radishes and Brussels sprouts. And I'm making sauteed vegetables, spinach, bell pepper, red, orange, and yellow, minced garlic, spinach, tomatoes, carrots, butternut squash, green onion, tomatoes, I say that, all kinds of cool stuff in there. And I'm just going to add some oil. I'm going to add some more garlic, some Mrs. Dash, a whole bunch of herbs that I like. I like to add all the herbs. Turmeric, cumin, basil. What else? Hold on. Let's see here. Rosemary. Probably a little allspice, some sage. Gotta cleanse myself. Some more garlic, some more onion. This is gonna be, everything was with olive oil. Slow cooked and easy. This is gonna have some peppers, garlic, salt, pepper, Mrs. Dash, some onions, and probably a little rosemary, a little basil, and just throw it on there. And then you put the oven on 350 and roast them, and you take them out periodically and move them around. And then I will show you the finished product. I also put cilantro, fresh spinach, everything organic. Very good price at Sprouts, Natural Grocer, and of course that's all I'm eating now is just vegetables and squash instead of carbs. And then here's the fresh spinach, cilantro, parsley. And then I will keep the radish greens and all the fixings for my turtle. And I'm dicing up some tomatoes, and there's the garlic. So what I have here is my roasted radishes, and the little round pieces are garlic and some onion. And when you take a little bit of the chard with a radish and a Brussels sprout, it is so good. And I added a little red pepper to it, a little spice. Thank you, Taylor, for showing me how to do this. And then I'm making food for everybody, so I have lots of food cooking. But I made this little concoction. I added a jar of tomato sauce, but it had these big pieces, and so it made kind of this soupy concoction, which would be really good with which I'm not eating, but I'm gonna have everyone try it with a turkey burger, and then roasted Brussels sprouts and radishes. And then I also made some eggs, because I had a bunch of eggs left over. And here we go. Here is our dinner.